my bottom and my top would be the same. That's what she said. I was like, yeah, it's too happy. Apparently. Wow, I'm eating my wig. Well, hello my lovely nestlings and welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Nikki. I'm 44 from the Netherlands, hence the accent. And today I'm basically ranking a bunch of palettes. Usually I rank 10-ish. And that's basically why I have more than... I have 15. Technically I have 16, but there are two palettes that I always use together. So I've ranked them as one, you know? So yeah, I thought let's kinda do a bunch more. So I'm kinda there where I want to be in the ranking new palette process. It does not matter. I have 15 today. It is what it is. I'm going to go from 15 to 1 because that's how I like it. And there are not really bad palettes here. Quality wise, they are all very, very nice palettes. And so yeah, how am I ranking? Well, basically I knew what my bottom and my top was. That's handy if you know that. So yeah, and then I kind of went making my top 5. And then I was kind of stumped. So basically everything between number 15 and number 1 I ranked with how much do I like the color story, how badly do I want to use it, and all that, you know. So yeah, if you were to ask me tomorrow to rank them again, my bottom and my top would be the same. That's what she said. And in between it can kind of differ, I think. I think only maybe my top 5... yeah, it could very well be that will change as well. You never know with me, but let's just start because this is the way I'm ranking them today, you know? Okay, let's go to my number 15, which is the Pure and Raw Beauty Christie collaboration. Why is it at the bottom, you may ask? Well, basically because of the layout. That's the only reason. It's laid out like this. So here you have the colorful side, and then here you have the neutral side. And I detest this layout. That's, yeah. So I found out that I want to see all the shades that are in the palette at the same time. Also, I want to use both sides. So I want to use the neutral side and I want to use the colorful side. I don't want to be limited, and that's how I feel with this palette, that I'm limited to one side. Not only because I cannot see everything at the same time, but it's also because when I kind of look at the colorful side and then I'm like, okay, so maybe I want to, I don't know, deepen it up a little bit more, and I go to the other side, I don't know, I'm missing vibrancy almost. I don't know, I don't feel like me personally, that I am capable of making very pretty cohesive. Yeah, I can make a cohesive look using both sides, and then that's basically it. Yeah, I feel like this is limiting me in my creative process. Is it a bad palette? No, the quality is nice, but it's just, I don't know, it's not my preferred layout and color story, but I am very happy that I have it in my collection. I just won't reach for it often, hence the fact that it is at number 15. Okay, let's go to number 14, and 14 is a palette that I also love the quality from. But yeah, I just kind of want to play with the rest a little bit more than I want to play with this one right now. And that's also because I have quite a lot that I need to play with. This one is being pushed to the back every time, you know. I see it, I want to play with it, but there's another palette I want to play with more. Does that make any sense? So yeah, that's this one, the Älva Retro Paradise. I love the quality. I love the color story, especially the shade Disco and the shade Pariso, but also this one, which is Sip Sip. I think it is an amazing palette. I think it is an amazing quality. This was a present by one of you, and I'm very, very happy that I have it, and I really do want to play with it. It's just that other palettes that I have keep taking precedence. I grab for, I don't know the word, I don't know the English word right now. It's not my first language, English, just so you know. So yeah, again, I really like the color story. I also have it though in other palettes. So for instance, this shade, which I love so much, the Paraiso, which has red in it and brown and gold. I have something similar, but then more on steroids. So yeah, I want to grab that palette more than this palette. You will hear me mention it a little while later. But overall, yeah, I do really love it, but there's more that I kind of want to play with first. Yeah. Then we go to number, I don't know, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, lucky number 13, which is the BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop Orange Sorbet. I played with this one once. I did a video with this. It was for my members only. I really do like the color story. This shade I love so much because it's an orange with a gold shift, and I love shades like this. It's just that apparently I'm not really in an orangey mood lately, or at least today I'm not. So while I love the color story, I don't know, when I was ranking it today I was like, yeah, it's too happy, apparently. Then number 12 is the Ayubia palette from Miali Beauty. Miali Beauty is UK based indie brand. I do have a discount code in case you want to save some money. But yeah, here she is. This palette is limited edition, and I will mention another one that's also limited edition. I do really like the color story of this. I did eye swatch video, I did multiple looks. I think the quality is very nice. It's just that I don't know, this is too happy for me right now. I don't know why, guys. I'm in a Halloweeny mood this evening. I think the quality is very nice. There are some very nice shades in here. This shade is gorgeous. The shimmers are beautiful. The mattes perform beautifully as well. It's just that it's not a color story that I want to play with right now, or at least not as much right now. You know? I know. Then number 11 is also from Miali Beauty. It's the Yasmin palette, and this one is permanent in her collection. I also filmed eye swatches with this. I filmed 3 looks with this, and I loved all the looks that I filmed with this. It's also a very nice quality. It's just when I open this palette up, there are basically 2 shades that I really want to play with, and that's these 2. I don't know why that is, but apparently that's the color story. Or this. You know, that's the color story that I'm drawn to right now. It's also, it's lacking a little bit of depth for me. This one looks very dark, but it is not dark enough for me right now. So that's why it is a little bit lower, but overall the quality is very nice. I do really love the color story. But it's just, I don't know, maybe it is, I don't know. It's not a palette that I really want to grab now. You know, I don't know why, people. It's sometimes I cannot explain myself correctly. Now we are going into my top 10. And on number 10 is the Sweet Pinks by Juvia's Place. And the first pass of when I was ranking my palettes, this one was actually lower because I thought it was too happy for what I wanted right now. It's very weird. But when I looked at it a little bit closer, I was like, yeah, but it's not that happy. It is also kind of a little bit, I won't say murky, but it's there. Am I the only one that has a happy pink? I have a happy pink. I don't know why, but it's not this. It's almost this color, but then in a matte. That's basically my happy pink. And this is just a little bit off from that. That is why it is ranked at number 10 and not lower. Because this is a color story that is very intriguing for me. It's just, I'm not really into a pink mood right now. But I really do want to play with it. So that is why it is ranked a little bit higher. So this evening I'm not in a pink mood, but I know I really, when you ask me this tomorrow, I'm like, I want to do a pink look. And I want to grab this palette. I know that, so that is why this is ranked at number 10. I hope that makes sense. Then number 9 is the Sweet Shop Pistachio palette. I have not played with this at all, which is kind of weird because I love green eyeshadow, but yeah, apparently I'm also not really in a green mood. Go figure. There are actually other palettes that I want to play with a little bit more than this one, so that is why it is ranked the where it is. I know that this is a very popular palette, but yeah, overall it's a very pretty palette. The shimmers in here are gorgeous, the mattes are very pretty. It's just, and I like the fact that there is a lot of depth with this darker shade. It's just, yeah, I do want to play with it, but not enough to rank it higher. right now, today, as I'm filming this. But who knows tomorrow, you know. Then at number 8, 10, yeah, number 8, wow, is the Lucky Bunny Gluttony palette. So this is what she looks like. I have done eye swatches. I have done 3 looks. I really like the color story of this. I like the fact that she kind of put in here those 3 wonky shades. You can do blue, you can do green, you can do kind of a tealy, you can do a neutral. I think I created a few very, very pretty looks with this. I really like the quality of this palette. And this is a little bit more versatile than, for instance, the ones from ABA or from BH Cosmetics, because it is, yeah, more colors, you know. But yeah, I had a lot of fun playing with this palette. But it is, there are other palettes that I kind of want to play with a little bit more. That's it. That's why it is ranked at number, what did I say? 8, yes. I also, I got this one in PR, by the way. And I have an affiliate code with Lucky Bunny Cosmetics. She is based in Australia. And yeah, she's amazing. Go check out all the brands that I mentioned today. Okay, then number 9, yes, is the Yaya palette from Miele Beauty. And that may surprise some of you, because it's a pretty neutral color story. But apparently, I'm really drawn to it right now. I have it here. I have a basket here that I have palettes in that I have filmed with once, but I need to film with, or I want to film with, and this one is there. And there were palettes, because this was limited edition, I kinda and I was a little bit, it wasn't that I was late to the party, but I had so much going on when this one when this one arrived, that I put up a first impression. But after that, other things kind of came along as well, you know. So I was planning on doing an eye swatch video with this, but I have cancelled the eye swatch video because it is limited edition. When it is sold out, it is sold out. I do know that a lot of you are very bummed about that, because I know, what I understand is that this is a very popular color story. But I really do want to play with it. It's just that, yeah, I don't really know how beneficial it will be for my channel if I invest time in doing multiple looks video. Does that make any sense? Review wise, it is on par with the Ayubia and the Yasmin, quality wise that is. But it is a color story that I want to play with. I just don't think that I will play with it on camera as much, because I don't think that it will be watched a lot. So I will either play with this on my own time, or maybe for Instagram. You know, do Instagram tutorials with it, because I really do want to play with this palette. There are just other palettes that I want to play with a little bit more maybe, and that I think will, I don't know, yeah, that I want to play more with, basically. On camera as well. So, yeah. But that is maybe me. I do really, really like the, yeah, I actually wish that she would have made this one permanent as well. And I think with me, a lot of people wish that. Maybe if we all bitch to her, make it permanent, maybe she can. I don't know. You know? Okay, let's go then to number... This is number 6, really? Okay, so the palette I'm going... Wow, why didn't you say anything? I was counting backwards. Basically, this is palette number 7. Yes. This was number 8. This was number 9. And this was number 10. Yeah, so 10, 9, 8, and 7. Wow. Wow. But yeah, number 6, wow, is the bubble gum from BH Cosmetics, which may also surprise some of you, because it's a blue palette. And I have been bitching about blue eyeshadows for quite some time, saying that they're not my favorite. And they're not. However, this color story I want to play with. I really, really, really want to play with this palette. And I haven't as of yet. Yeah, I put it on my son's eyeball. When we did the 100th episode of my Let's Talk Makeup video series. It was a live and my son was here and I gave him a makeover. And if you don't know my son, he's 18 and he likes to video bomb from time to time. So yeah, he is, what was it again? Son of a Raven? I don't remember. Raven son. I think I'm head of a cult as well, so it does not really matter. But this is a color story that I really want to play with. And when I saw this palette, it really drew me in, but I was like, yeah, but I don't like blue eyeshadow. Yeah, but you kind of need a blue palette in your collection. Yeah, but I have a blue palette. I actually have 2 blue. That's the way that it went in my head. I have 2 blue palettes and I don't touch them. Yeah, but you need this palette because these are the blues that you like. Yeah, but I don't. You know, that's what happened. And then stuff happened and I just ordered 3 palettes from BH Cosmetics and this one was included. The reason that I ordered the palette is because of this shade, Sweet Tooth. I think this is almost a dupe for one of the shades in the Alien palette. The only thing that it is missing is the brown base. But look how gorgeous. I really want to play with this palette. And I haven't as of yet because it is an older palette and other things were newer and were more beneficial for my channel. At least I think so. But I really do want to play. The wig is itchy. I really do want to play with this palette. Maybe I just need to play with it tomorrow. Maybe I just need to because I need to get it out of my system, I think. Yeah, number 6. Yes. Okay, now it is time for the top 5. And cheating is involved as per usual because my number 5 is actually 2 palettes, but I use them together usually. So yeah, they are 2 from Juvia's Place, the taupes and the mauves. And when I rank them first, I rank them as separate palettes, but I just use them together. So what happens usually, I grab for the taupe because I really want to play with these 2 shades. But then I'm like, and I have this every single time, then I'm like, yeah, but I miss depth. So then I go to my Juvia's Place palettes. I grab a bunch of palettes and the palette that I end up picking for using alongside this one is the mauves. Yeah, this one for inner corner, especially in combination with the taupes, is so pretty. But I can also deepen up the taupe with this one and this one. This is a cooler toned, it may not look like it, but it is a cooler toned, yeah, I don't know what it is. Reddish purple, brown purple, a blurple, that's very weird. Blurple, yes, but a blurple, that I cannot even say that. But anyway, these are the palettes that I love to use together. And I really do want to use them as well, especially the taupes. It just happens so often that I grab for the taupe and then I grab for this one. And then I'm like, no, you need to film with something else. Yeah, but I want to play with this. Yeah, but you need to do something else. You actually need to film. Yeah, but I want to... You know, that is how it goes in my mind. And I have a few palettes that do that to me. And these are one. Hence the fact that they are at number 5. The quality is really good as well. I'm just going to swatch a few shades because I need to. So this is why I grabbed the palette. Let's put it here. So here I have the shimmer. And here I have the matte that you probably won't see. But on my eyes... it's so pretty. It is such a gorgeous, cool toned, grayish brown. It's gorgeous. And then I love to... my fingers are dirty, which is not normal. The shades that I then grab to use in conjunction with this is this one. Because I think these two go very well together. And then deepen up with this one. And then here is that shimmery shade, and it's almost a topper, but it is so pretty, especially in a corner, especially in combination with these. This one just it just looks so bad. Let's see if I can build it up a little bit on my hand, because on the eyes it is just so pretty. Maybe you can see it now a little bit better. Stop focusing on my... thank you. The camera keeps jumping to my jack-o'-lanterns there, so that is why I actually put them a little bit like that, so maybe the camera doesn't think they are faces. So yeah, but this is my number 5. Okay, then my number 4 is a palette that is... let me just show you. It's Georgette from Nomad Cosmetics. And why is it Georgette? Because I can pet her. That is why. It's the Orient Express look. Can we just appreciate how this looks? It's so pretty. And very soft as well. So here's the color story. The color story, she's basically a half neutral, half colorful palette with, or maybe even a neutral with blue, red, green, and then yellow. So basically a half colorful, half neutral, at least the way that I look at it. This shade here called Venice, that is so stunning. Let me swatch it for you. It needs to go on a separate hand. It doesn't look like much, but this has green, it has gold, it has red, it has maybe even a hint of a blue in it. It is such a unique shade, and it ties the whole freaking palette together. Just for this shade, I want to grab this palette. It is also an older release, but this is a color story that is very intriguing to me. It's a color story that I have a little bit of difficulty with because there are so many neutrally shades in here for my liking, but still it is very intriguing. I love Nomad's formula, and this is no exception. This is their normal formula, and that basically means that the shimmers are gorgeous. She always does a little something extra in the shimmer, so it's very rare that you have a shimmer that is just what you see is what you get. Usually there is a hidden depth in there. She sometimes, I don't know how she does it, but she sometimes gets away with that in her mattes as well. Just saying. Is it my favorite formula? It is one of my favorite formulas. Let's just say that. But yeah, it is a number 4. I really am intrigued by that color story. I really want to play with it a little bit, and I really want to play with it more. Okay, but it's also a little bit challenging for me. That is why it is at number 4 and not higher. So number 3 is a palette that, as I'm filming this, you have not seen yet on my channel, but I have filmed with the palette, and it may surprise some of you as well. I don't know if it surprises. It surprised me, but it's the Catrice, the new Catrice Pearl palette. This is the Vintage Soul. There is just something about this color story. I don't know what it is. This color story really draws me in. Now, I have created one look as I'm filming this one look with this, and I really want to create more. This shade I live for. I find this so stunning, but also, was it this one, which is kind of a here, these shades. The only thing I want to bitch about is this one. It should have been maybe a little bit more green, but also it's so pretty, you know. And the formula is so good. Can I put it anywhere? Sure, I can put it here. Also, the mattes, they are buildable, they blend nicely, even the lightest shades showed up on me. So this is, I have all 3 of these palettes. This is my favorite, but this is a color story that is very much me right now, and I know that I have similar color stories like this, but just the way that this one is laid out makes me want to grab it. It makes me want to play with it, and the quality is really nice. So if you see this, I think it's definitely worth your money. This is, it's number 3 because this is just, I want to use this so badly. So yeah, it's just a color story that really grabs me, at least this evening. Okay, then I'm going to go to my 2 favorites. And these are 2 favorites. I love these palettes with my whole heart. If I were to lose everything, I would want them back immediately. Okay, very dramatic, I know. My number 2 is, can you guess? I don't know if you can guess. Did you see? It's the Subculture by ABH. Oh, the Nomad palette was PR, by the way. I forgot to mention it. This was a present. This is one of the original batches, I believe. Maybe I need to see if maybe I just need to order one from the UK, because they still have them on the UK website, the ABH UK website. I believe it's still there. Maybe I just need to get the new one, and then, I don't know, not use it, and then put it in vacuum, and then hope that I don't know how long I can use this for, you know. This color story I love. I have loved this color story for a few years. The reason that I didn't buy it earlier is just because of the fact that the reviews were so mixed. People either loved it or they hated it. And I am in the I love it camp. I freaking love this palette so much. Not only the color story I love. Yeah, there could have been more shimmers in here. But still, I love this color story a lot, especially now this time of year. But I also really love the quality. I don't know why people are bitching about this palette, guys. I don't understand it. I think it is because I am used to working with specifically indie eyeshadows, and indie eyeshadows a lot of the time are vegans. Vegan formulas are pressed pigments, are a little bit drier, a little bit more pigmented usually. So yeah, I don't know. And when I look back on all the people who love this palette are people who are used to working with indie eyeshadows. People who hate this palette are people who are used to working with mainstream eyeshadows. And I think that is the difference. I really love this palette. Thank you so much, Esther, for sending it to me. I think I just need to bite the bullet and just get a new one just to be on the safe side. So that when, I don't know, if this goes bad, I at least have a backup. Because from my understanding, it's being discontinued. And I think it's a shame. So yeah, now we are going to my number one. And I think a lot of you already know my number one, and I knew my number one. People were even asking me under the last video that I did the ranking with why this one wasn't in there. Well, it was basically because those palettes were older than this one, and you know, my number one of this ranking, and I think it is one of my favorite palettes of the year. That's the Be Perfect Carnival 3 palette. Collaboration with Stacey Marie. This palette blew me away. Oh my lord, when I saw it I was like, it's a very pretty palette. The reason I got it in the first place was because I liked the color story, but also because I thought it was very beneficial for my channel. Because I don't buy from Jafar Starfish anymore, I was like, I know that this is a very well loved collaboration. I have heard great things about the first and second collab between Be Perfect and Stacey Marie. This one came out, I was like, I think I just needed, you know, to kind of offset maybe the newest release of Jafar Sprinklefish, which was a flop, by the way. And I am so very happy that I worked so hard to get this. But I have never worked as hard to get a freaking eyeshadow palette, people. It was just insane. But I got it on launch and it was shipped to me pretty quickly. I did eye swatches. Yes, I did eye swatches with this palette. I did a first impression and I did 10 eye looks. I had so much fun with this palette. This is such an amazing formula. This palette is amazing if you are a beginner. It's amazing if you are used to working with colors. You can use the I pack it on and I blend it out method. You can use the I pack it on and I don't blend it out method. You can use the I want to set my base. You can use I don't want to set my base. You can use the way that I usually work by going from high to low. So basically start with a transition shade and then build the shadows up, you know. I also like to start in the middle sometimes. So you start with the middle shade that I want to lighten up and deepen up, you know. You can do that. You can layer. I think I layered, what was the most that I layered? I think 5 or maybe 6 layers. Not specifically different eyeshadows, but the eyeshadow on top of each other. This was so quick to make an eye look with. In the looks I used, for 8 of the looks I used 5 shades. The look that took me the longest, both eyes done with 5 shades and then eyes completely done with liner, lashes and the works, 20 minutes. That is so quick if you are doing a colorful look, especially with 5 eyeshadow shades. I'm so happy that I got this palette, and this is a palette that I really want to play with because it is so effortless to create looks, and the looks look as if you have spent hours on your eyeballs. So yeah, that was me gushing for, I don't know, 5 minutes on a palette. That's it. That is my ranking of my say 15 eyeshadow palettes. I will list a bunch of videos down below. I can link the most videos in the description box, so definitely check out the description box. I will try and link as many things as I can there. And that is going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. I'm going to wish you a fantastic day, a fabulous evening. May your foundation always match your neck. And I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye guys.